See, yoga is where you unite. It's the union between yourself with the divine. Is yoga. That's the real spiritual yoga. All other yogas like physical yogas and all that is a wee part of what one Patanjali wrote. It's a very wee part that to cleanse your body and all that is there. But there is no need now to do all that.
Asanas and pranayams are very popular. We do the postures, but in Sahaja Yoga, is there a place of doing the yoga postures? Or
No, we do
yoga
it, you see,
breathing?
whatever is needed. Here, you see, this is a very half-baked knowledge. And what happens that any half-baked person will take all the medicines from the medicine box, like that they go on doing it without understanding whatever is suitable to a personality. Every personality is different. Moreover, when the Kundalini rises, you know at what chakra it is stopping. And that is the chakra you work out. Supposing now there's a chakra in the center heart, we call it. It is caught up. Then there is an asana you can do. Some people have to do Paschimottanasana if their Nabi is caught up. But all these asanas are done according to the need of the chakras, which wherever is the Kundalini stopping. Kundalini, as I told you, is the reflection of the primordial mother within us. And she is individually everybody's mother. Now she is anxious to give you your second birth. When she is awakened in the sacrum bone, she rises upward and crosses through 6 centers, pierces through your fontanelle bone area and reaches a point where you get connected to the all-pervading power. It's like, you can say that it's like a cord you have to connect to the mains. So unless and until you are connected to your mains, you do not know what you are. Once you are connected, then you start knowing that you are the spirit. In the same way, it rises when it is awakened. Very simple. But for that, you have to have somebody who has the authority to raise it. It's a spiritual authority. Supposing tomorrow, if you get your realization, you can do it also. You have to awaken Christ within us, and that can only happen through Kundalini rising. And when he is awakened, he sucks these two institutions there. One is the ego created by this activity of action, and by the activity of desire, the superego is created. Both these are sucked in, and once these are sucked in, then there's an opening and you feel extremely relaxed, and the Kundalini opens the all-pervading power, or sort of it touches it. Then the all-pervading power starts coming down, as he explained to you, a shower starts coming in. When it comes down on the sympathetic nervous system here, the chakras also get relaxed. Then again more of the Kundalini threads rise and give you a greater and a greater opening into the all-pervading power. Now this is what is the self-realization. Saha means with, Jo means born with. So it is a right every human being has got to be in union, that is yoga, with the divine power. And is within yourself, Sahaja, born with you, spontaneous.
May this philosophy offer solutions to our society's problems and create a better or a new world.
Yes, of course, because what's wrong with us, I just now told you, is all these problems coming from human beings because they are ignorant and they are blind. But once they get the light, they become like angels. And when all these angels will come back, then there will be no problem. All our society is ruined because we have no idea to the aim of our life. The aim of our life is to become the spirit, to have the self-knowledge. And once you have self-knowledge, you are surprised to see how dignified you are and how glorious you are within yourself. Once you discover that, all these things drop out and you become a wonderful person.
Thank you.
God bless.